Hi, Parker Sunshine here. First, a disclaimer, I'm sorry for the way I look. I was just getting ready to go to bed, hopped online to see the hot topics of the day, and saw about McCain's VP, Sarah Palin, and how her 17-year-old daughter is expecting a baby. And I almost fell to the ground. You know, I don't hold against presidents such as Barack and presidents before him, Bush, who admitted to some minor drug use, okay? I don't think that maybe they need to share that with the world. I don't know if they share that information to make sure that they're not hiding any skeletons in the closets, or if they're sharing that information because they want to be more relatable to America. Don't agree with releasing that, but hey, they do. But now we're moving on to bigger issues. You might become President of the United States. Sarah Palin may very well be the next president of the United States because we don't know about McCain's health. I mean, yes, 3 doctors have cleared him and said he's good to go, but doctors can't predict the future, especially when it comes with somebody who's had health issues in the past and very serious health issues. So when you vote for McCain, you have to make sure that you don't only like McCain, but that you very much so like and understand the platforms that his VP stands on. I have an issue with her 17-year-old daughter being pregnant and going to give birth to a baby. It's not the issue of the daughter so much being pregnant and going to give birth to a baby at 17. It's the issue of her mother running as vice president. What are the morals and what are the standards that we are going to hold the presidency to? Okay? I mean, it's become so corrupt. It's become corrupt. The actual presidency, I mean, we know that government has its issues, but the president, the figurehead of our government, we've dealt with Clinton and what happened when he was holding the presidency, and the cheating, the sexual content that happened between him and his intern Monica Lewinsky. Okay, we dealt with that. Then we deal with Bush. We know he's had the drug use. I think he might have even had a DUI on his record. And then all the ethical decisions that have come up while he's been president. Did we go to war for the right reasons? Was information not released to the public in terms of why we were going to war, etc.? Now we are dealing with a vice president whose daughter is knocked up at the age of 17. And Sarah Palin turns around and says that they are very proud of the decision that she made. Oh yeah, because I'm sure her daughter really had say in that decision. Okay, I'm sure I could see how that conversation went at home. I'm pregnant. Well, you best stand be having that baby because I am a conservative Republican. I am in politics. And if word gets out that you had an abortion, that would be worse than word getting out that you are going to give birth to a baby. And then the mother goes on to say how she's proud of her daughter for making this decision and she's going to have all the love and support in the world. Well, you know what, Sarah Palin? That is not reality because most 17-year-olds who get knocked up, the family can't afford to give them all the love and support in the world because the parents can barely make ends meet for their own child who is 17, nonetheless another child who they are going to bear the burden of supporting, okay? So let's clear that up right now. It's great that you're saying you're going to give your daughter all this love and support, but not everyone's parents can do that. Not everyone's parents is in that position. But let's go back to the presidency. I mean, I don't understand myself why I have such an issue with it, but I guess this is what I can compare it to. Here in D.C., I know elsewhere it's not so much like this, but here in D.C., if you want a government job, not even just a law enforcement job, but if you want to work for Homeland Security or Customs or you name it, you typically need a security clearance. And if you've done any major drug use or if you've gotten DUIs or have a misdemeanor because you were in a fight when you were, 18 or 19 years old, that can disqualify you from getting a clearance and that can disqualify you from getting the job. But yet you could be president of the United States, okay? And you could have drug use, you could have DUIs, you could be in Senate and have killed somebody accidentally, okay? We all know what senator I'm talking about. Love him, but still, this is real, okay? You could have all these poor moral and ethical things occur in which you participated in the decision making, and you could still hold office. You could still be a senator. You could still be a congressman. You can be president of the United States. But you're everyday Joe Schmo and you just want to serve your country and work for the government, and you can't get a clearance because, you did cocaine a couple of times, or, whatever are the things that disqualify you. And then you have here this mother who could very well be the next president, because John McCain's health, we all know, is not top notch. I mean, yes, 3 doctors cleared him, but a doctor could clear you, so what? I mean, he did battle cancer. I believe he has heart issues, and I don't think that 72 or 73 is really old, but the presidency is an extremely stressful job, and it ages people, okay? So, yeah, he might be 72, but that presidency is going to make his ass feel like 82, and it may impact his health. Everyone knows that stress can relate to other diseases that you may not even have yet. Well, he's already had these diseases. Anyway, going back to Sarah Palin and her daughter, being pregnant. I don't know. I can't foresee someone being in the presidency or being vice president and be like, oh yeah, here's my 17-year-old doll. Yeah, she's about to give birth and she's going to have a baby. Like, I don't think it's acceptable. Maybe that is totally wrong of me to say, but I don't. I think that the president should exude the morals and the belief system that they want America to follow. And I don't think it's good enough to say, well, yes, she's pro-life, and so by her supporting her daughter and by her daughter having the baby, that's what she is demonstrating to America, that these are the belief systems you should have. No, what we should be showing our children is that if you're gonna have sex, have safe sex. And rather than preaching to them that not to have sex, we should be educating them that if they are going to make that decision, how they should make the right decision. Be safe, know the consequences, know you could get an STD, know that you can get pregnant, teach them about condoms, get them on birth control, let them feel comfortable to approach you, because that's what will stop pregnancy. Telling your child not to have sex is not going to stop pregnancy, because even the potential vice president of the United States, it didn't stop her daughter, apparently, okay? She has a brother. If you know, Sarah Palin has a newborn that was born in April. That, having a crying baby at home didn't act as a deterrent. Probably these talks didn't occur at home, or probably she was preached to saying don't have sex. We need to look at today's society and we need to say, children are having sex, and shoot, they're having sex at like 13 and 14 years old. Like, I barely knew what sex was at that age. I was excited to have my first kiss, not have my first, intercourse relations. And, what does that say? What does that say if the President of the United States has a 17-year-old daughter who has a baby? I think it sends the wrong message. I don't think that people are going to be focused on it was a pro-life choice. I think they're going to be focused on, oh my gosh, even the vice president nowadays has a child who has a baby. I don't know if I agree with that message or not. Do you? Let me know, and you could always send me a message at parkersunshine.com.